bastard. The Undertaker's been digging holes and taking souls for nearly 20 years now, and across that time he's worked with and helped make a fair few legends. Michaels, Austin, Foley, Hart, Triple H, Kane, all have had success, at least in part, due to a rub from Big Scare Mark, but it hasn't always been the smoothest of sailing. Taker's a good worker, but he's no Ric Flair. He can't make everyone look good, can he? Let's take a look at a few of them. I'm Ben from What Culture, and here are 10 wrestlers that The Undertaker couldn't get over. Number 10. Luther Reigns. Fresh off his one-year stint in WCW, the artist formerly known as Horseshoe went straight to Ultimate Pro Wrestling for more training before eventually making it to WWE Developmental System, OVW, under the name, and prepare yourself for this, Max Impact. On the main roster, he went through a couple of programs where he tried to become the new Team Angle with Mark Jindrak, which didn't work, before eventually ending up feuding with The Undertaker. The real problem here was that Luther Reigns was just one of those big meatheads with nothing going on behind the eyes. No fire, no passion. A No Way Out 2005 match against Taker was his opportunity to become a made man, but even The Undertaker couldn't make that happen. He would ultimately request his release from the company later that year. Number 9. Mark Henry. Henry's had a few popular runs in his career, most noticeably 2011's Funtime Happy Land Hall of Pain Experience show, but when Taker faced him at WrestleMania 22, he was nowhere near this level. Coming off one of the most tedious title matches ever in the main event of the Royal Rumble against Kurt Angle, management hoped that by booking a monster versus monster feud at Mania, it would help push Mark Henry to the next level. It didn't, and the resulting sub-10-minute casket match would mark the last occasion where the streak match didn't feel special. They feuded again the following year, but it still wouldn't stick. Number 8. Heidenreich. Big John Heidenreich didn't have much going for him apart from the fact that he was big, which in the WWE of yore got you pushed right to the top. Now mainly remembered for that moment with Michael Cole, he did actually feud with The Undertaker for a while. Initially losing in a 15-minute match at Survivor Series 2004, he'd go on to cost Taker the WWE title at Armageddon and be beaten once again at the Royal Rumble. After this string of uninteresting interactions, you'd think they'd be done, but apparently not, as Heidenreich was supposed to face The Undertaker and Kane in a tag match at WrestleMania. That is until Big Evil put his boot down and faced Orton instead. Much better. Number 7. Brian Lee / Fake Undertaker. We all remember Fake Diesel and Fake Razor, right? They were pure bloody shit, but neither of them featured in the main event of a pay-per-view. Brian Lee did, though. Signing with the WWF after a veteran stint in Smoky Mountain Wrestling, he was asked to dress up as The Undertaker, even though he was 3 inches shorter, leaner, and not The Undertaker. As it was early days for real Undertaker, his offense wasn't immensely impressive, so he and the Blundertaker just chopped their way through the SummerSlam 94 main event. Lee would go on to good things in TNA, but this just wasn't a good idea. I suppose you could call him a shit Undertaker who was actually quite a competent wrestler for wankers. Hashtag shit Undertaker who was actually quite a competent wrestler for wankers. Number 6. Nathan Jones. On to another big man now, and after a series of vignettes playing up Jones' very real criminal past, he was going to come and beat up people in WWE. But then he came and made friends with The Undertaker. Having taken him under his wing, the pair feuded with the horrifying and devastating combination of Albert and Big Show, but there was one problem in that Nathan Jones couldn't wrestle. By the time Mania 19 rolled around, Baldy Bean still couldn't wrestle competently, and The Undertaker all but defeated Big Show and Albert by himself. Fortunately for all of us, Vince would scrap the plan for the two to begin feuding with one another, as it would have been proper rubbish. Number 5. Kama Mustafa. Better known for his Godfather gimmick during the Attitude Era, WWE Hall of Famer Charles Wright had a couple of funky personas before he found his footing. The first was as Papa Shango, and his feud with the Ultimate Warrior was one of the most ridiculous programs of its time. Then he came back as Kama Mustafa, a more serious MMA-style performer. He stole The Undertaker's urn at WrestleMania 11 and melted it down into a necklace, and that's some personal stuff right there. So they had their big match at SummerSlam 95. Unfortunately, Mustafa was still the same slow performer with no sign of any MMA moves to fit his new character, and they had a dull 16-minute casket match. Number 4. Mabel. Despite being released several times during his 1993 to 2008 stint, Mabel's WWE run was impressive for a man of his stature. McMahon even deemed him to have enough potential that he could win the 1995 King of the Ring. After engaging in a feud with The Undertaker that included Taker's dark side defeating Mabel's Royals at Survivor Series, The Undertaker would beat Mabel at In Your House 5 in just 6 minutes. Having picked up a reputation for injuring opponents, like when he broke Taker's orbital bone, forcing him to wear a mask for a while, Mabel soon found himself out of the job. Although it didn't help that his in-ring work was sluggish, obviously, and that he couldn't cut much of a promo. Number 3. Vladimir Kozlov. Vladimir Kozlov pinned The Undertaker at the Elimination Chamber. Vladimir Kozlov defeated The Undertaker clean on SmackDown in 2008. Vladimir Kozlov then faced Shawn Michaels for the right to face The Undertaker at WrestleMania. Vladimir Kozlov lost. Vladimir Kozlov became a lumberjack at WrestleMania 25 instead. Vladimir Kozlov then lost to The Undertaker on SmackDown. Vladimir Kozlov was drafted to ECW. Vladimir Kozlov then teamed with Santino Marella and danced. Or something. Number 2. The Great Khali. Oh Christ, look, we all know the story with this one. The giant who once proudly held the World Heavyweight Championship upside down at his peak and had a weird love triangle with Natalya and Hornswoggle at his lowest, once beat The Undertaker clean, even going so far as to pin him with one foot while his arms were raised in triumph. In fact, the man who once eliminated himself from a battle royal was due to face Taker in a Punjabi prison match, but it was pushed to SummerSlam before being pushed to SmackDown, and about as many people cared as you'd expect. Number 1. Giant Gonzalez. After failing in the NBA and WCW, the 8-foot Jorge Gonzalez eliminated The Undertaker from the 1992 Royal Rumble in order to set up one of the worst Mania matches of all time. Looking past his horrifying hairy muscle morph suit, which you can't just look at it, he was also a proper rubbish wrestler. Not surprisingly for a big man, he couldn't move very fast, or at all, and Taker was unable to get anything out of him. Incredibly, their feud continued.